Welcome to the NetZero Cities conference. We have speakers today from 15 different countries, giving an opportunity to meet a lot of people, learning more about climate action and how we as a community can reduce our carbon footprint.
It's such a great opportunity to have this international event right here in our community.
We try to share what we do in Copenhagen, but also we are very eager to learn from others.
I think net zero is really where we need to be thinking.
I mean, we have literally no landfills, so we have less than 2% of our waste going to landfills.
We have a terrific recycling program. As I heard Oslo yesterday had a 90% diversion rate.
I want to know what's going to happen for my grandkids' world.
Can cities really make a difference in the big picture of reducing greenhouse gas emissions?
I feel like the cities are the leaders right now. Local government is the government that's closest to the citizens.
There are, of course, things that could be done at the federal level that would not only make this easier for us, but in one action, make a massive difference. But right now the federal government is, AWOL on this issue, or even worse, they're kind of hurting more than helping. So cities have to lead the way.
What you're doing here is very impressive in terms of the community is acknowledging the value of focusing on social benefit and environmental benefit, not just financial benefit. Here in the city you have economic development and environment under the same department. I don't know many cities that they have that.
You see the blue line going across the middle there, which represents the amount of fresh water on the planet, and the red curve showing the population growth over the last 7,000 years. The Earth's population has basically exploded in the last 100 years. Areas like ours, we're beginning to bump up against true scarcity. We're getting to the point now where we have to think about being smarter. How do we use it more effectively?
We are hoping to really become more aggressive in our pursuit of carbon reduction. Currently it's 80% reduction by the year 2050. We're considering an option now that would enable us to get there by 2030, taking 20 years off of the time frame.
We want no new buildings that are not net zero carbon, and we also are building a net zero elementary school.
The most ambitious goals of Copenhagen for the coming years is to become a carbon neutral capital by 2025. We have to build more than 100 new wind turbines, and we have to switch our combined heat and power production into using biomass.
Fort Collins, we are extremely jealous, and Loveland have municipal electric operations. We don't, and we worked with the utility, and frankly they weren't willing to budge, and that has been a big issue for us in trying to reduce greenhouse gases from the generation of electrical power, because right now most of it comes from coal. That's not the world we want to be in, frankly, and I don't think it's the world you folks would want to be in.
We can put a price on electricity, but we need to put a price on the health effects of burning coal on top of just the cost of electricity.
In China, society used to, live on rice. As the economic standard of living in China has risen, we see a lot more focus on beef and chicken, and those sorts of things, which are far more water intensive. So if we step back and start to look at, okay, what kinds of products do I buy? What kind of behaviors do I engage in? I mean, it's exactly analogous to the carbon footprint, and things that I do, behaviors that I engage in, can affect the water availability situation on the planet.
Reaching most of those people is the biggest challenge. How do we make a value proposition that gets everybody to want to be a part? That everybody says, yes, this is a no-brainer, I want to do it.